Another one. Okay, we back with another one. Okay, salute. Salute the homies. Always salute my big bro Hassan Lane. Shout out to Hassan. Shout out to my man Malik. Shout out to all the homies from back home, Eastwick. Shout out to whole Eastwick. Shout out to all the cats who fool with me and the cats who don't. Shout y'all out too. Get a couple of people in the chat. Let's boogie. I'm not gonna be on here long. What's going on? What's going on? Excuse me. Last weekend, that's why I didn't make no predictions for that fight. None. That's why I didn't. Now, I want to talk about the Beterbiev fight. The post Beterbiev bivol fight. Straight up, I think it was boring. I think it just wasn't. It didn't live up to the hype. That's why I didn't make any predicaments on it. That's why I didn't say who would win, or that fight could have went any kind of way. Y'all seen it. Y'all seen it. I think it was a close fight. It was definitely a close fight, but I think that last scorecard, uh, 12 something, or I know it was kind of crazy, but the first scorecard was a draw. The second one made sense, and the third one was just, I don't know what that judge was watching. I really don't. But as far as I'm concerned, again, it was a boring fight. They really didn't live up to the hype. It really didn't live up to the hype. I didn't see none of the prelims because I'm prescribed to ESPN Plus, so I just said I'll wait for the main, and that's what I did. I think the 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th rounds was good. I think those is fairly good rounds. Up and down, up and down. Bivol was hitting him. Then Bivol started hanging on the ropes. He always had a high guard up, but um, I really thought at one time that Beterbiev was gonna stop him. I think in the 10th round, if I'm not mistaken. You know, I think Beterbiev outworked him. I think he really outworked uh, bivol. I think he outworked him. That showed on the points though. I think he landed. I think it was 600 and something punches to 400 and something, and I could see that because Beterbiev never stopped throwing punches. He really didn't. You know. But again, I salute both of them. You know, by the grace of God, they both came out healthy and able to do it again. That's my biggest concern with fights like that. I got Keyshawn, the businessman, and his two brothers as my title. And the reason why I put that up there is because they have homecoming pause that's coming soon. And that's gonna be a hella event. That's why I'm pushing it, and especially for the tri-state area. If you a real boxing fan and you really into boxing, uh, Norfolk is nowhere when it comes down to New York, Jersey, uh, Pennsylvania, Philly, that whole line. You know, if you're a boxing fan and you go out to fights and all that, um, that's the place to be. You know, everybody gonna be on that card. All top ranked finalists, man. Um, that's gonna be a dope card. And again, I also keep plugging this because I want I want people to understand. Excuse me. Keyshawn has his hands full with this fight. You come into the chat, like, please like. If you're not subscribed, subscribe to the channel, please. When you come into the chat, please. He has his hands full. That guy Pyro from Argentina, he's a handful. And I keep plugging that and plugging it and plugging it because I just want the fans to know that that's not gonna be a walk in the park for Keyshawn. And I hope he doesn't think that. That's gonna be a hell of a fight. You know, because the boy is tough. He stay on his front foot. And he don't stop. He don't stop. You know, he one of them strong Argentinians. You know, he don't stop. He just keep coming, keep coming, keep coming. That's pause, no homo. That's that's his style, man. And I keep reiterating this, and I get a little flack for saying it, but I have a right to voice my opinion. He beat Richard Hitchison. Richard Hitchens. Pyro beat him. Period. He beat him. That's all Richard did that night was hold on to him all night long. He jab, tie up. Jab, tie up. A round or two will go by, you'll get a combination out of them. 1, 2, 3, tie up. That's all he did. But Pyro was super aggressive. He stayed on his front foot. He stayed with the smoke, you know, and Hitchens just, you know, he but they gave Hitchison the fight. I could not believe they robbed that boy like that. That was a real bad robbery. I just couldn't believe it. But other than that, it definitely was a good fight. You know, it definitely was a decent fight, but Hitchison kept holding all night. You know, like and when he went back to the corner, his coach was like, "What you doing? Put that stick out there, man. Box this boy." But Hitchens was scared to get hit. But he the same guy that publicly disrespected his man, Shakur Stevenson, for not wanting to get hit in the De Los Santos fight. I didn't even speak about that. But that was corny. And then Hitchens played both sides of the fence. Like he was training with Tank after the Shakur fight. And him and Shakur had some words. But they was super duper cool because when when Tank and Shakur was going at it, Shakur said, "Yeah, you remember when me and Hitchens used to take turns whooping your ass?" Talking about Tank. And Hitchens didn't say, "Oh, nah, don't put me," nah, he rolled with it. Then you see him with Tank training. And this is all recent stuff. Like Africa, he played both sides. Like real people don't move like that, man. You know, when the grass is cut, the snakes come out. That's a fact. Real talk. But like I was saying, the guy Pyro, that Keyshawn is fighting, he's a hell of a fighter. You know, I know Keyshawn is training very hard for that fight. because he know that it's not a walk in the park. But this is the thing. Hitchens have to worry about his fight because he's fighting the guy that beat Matias. Eddie Hearn, yo, let me tell you something, man. Let Eddie Hearn gonna see where you at. He gonna test your chin because soon as Hitchison got the match room, they set him up with the fight with Pyro. That was his first fight at Matchroom. Yeah, that was his first fight at Matchroom. No, no, He fought some other guys, some Spanish guy, Puerto Rican guy, if I'm not mistaken. And, you know, he beat him. But his second fight was with Pyro. Eddie Hearn told that nigga, it ain't easy over here. Not over here. But anyway, Eddie Hearn gonna test your chin. He gonna see where you at. He gonna put you out there. He gonna put you out there, man. You know, like let's keep it real. Matchroom has the 140s almost on lock now. You got everybody over there. You got programs over there. You got Jack Catterall over there. You got Matias over there. Hitchison over there. Everybody over there. You have 140 is stacked with Matchroom. Matchroom has all them boys over there at 140. So, you know, we'll see. We'll see. Also, you know, it's time for Benavidez, the Mexican monster. Let's see how now we really get to see where he's really at. He's fighting somebody his size. That's what I like. He's fighting somebody his size, his weight, and beautiful matchup. So let's see how it go. It's definitely not gonna be no walk in the park. He's definitely not going. If he think he gonna come in there and bang Morrell up like he do them other little guys with that Herman Munster shit, that ain't working with Morrell. Morrell slick. Morrell is a Cuban fighter. He's slick. You're not going over there doing all that. And I just don't see Benavidez stopping Morrell. I don't see him beating him up all crazy. I don't see none of that. I see he's finally getting a test. He's finally being tested. Because, let's keep it real. A lot of these guys, man, is fighting straight up cab drivers, man. Straight up tomato cans, man. You know, food vendors. I ain't gonna call no names or anything like that. And this just happened not too long ago. Uh, it was some fights. I'm not even gonna say where or anything, but this inside stuff. I think I said it before, and a, a well-known fighter needed a fight that night, and he was on the card, so they scrambling. They scrambling. So they go out. So they down in Manhattan. The fight was down in Manhattan. Y'all should know what I'm talking about. 34th Street. You should really know now. And they ran into a vendor. And they asked him, did he ever box before? He know how to box. He said, yeah, He said, well, look, you want to make $7,000. He was like, yeah, yeah. And this this true story. They takes the guy to the spot. Say, okay, it got $7,000 for you. This your name. This is and this is in the sport of boxing in 2024, and gave him a 20-4 record. Got him a nice little hookup. All within 2-3 hours. And a lot of people was in on it. And got in there and got stopped. Got a quick $7,000. Y'all think I'm playing? Word to mother, I'm dead serious, man. I'm dead serious. Real talk, like. Yeah, man. Yeah. and then, everybody talking about Tank because he fighting Lamont Roach. You guys need to do your homework. I'm tired of saying it, man. Lamont is not a walk in the park for nobody. He's a world champion. He has a belt. The man is a world champion. How? And then he beat the shit out of Hector Garcia. beat him like he stole some shit. And he nice. And if you sleep, he'll clip you. That's how you can separate. You can literally separate. I don't care if you're you know, because people think, yeah, you're a podcaster, you know all this about boxing, and you don't know shit. You don't know nothing about boxing. Yo, Clee, what's up, my guy? Man, I thought you was gonna hit me up, man. I was trying to. I wanted you to come on to a virtual show with me, but I got my young boy from back home. Hopefully, well, you know, I don't need no one to, you know, I can hold it down, but you know, a lot of cats be wanting to talk boxing, so I just put them under the gun. Come on the show, you know. Like I've been on Fanning, I've been on Rise a couple of times as a guest. I've been on Fanning as a guest. You know, I've been on a couple of podcasts, big podcasts. You know, I just you know I started from the trenches, man. Everything where I'm at right now is all from the trenches, hustling. You know, nothing just got dropped on me. Nothing, nothing, and still don't. I really have to grind, make shorts. See, I got 197 shorts out there. You know, not counting the videos, not counting the live streams. You know, that's grinding, man. But I'll get there. I'll get there. Trust me. God's willing, I'll get there, man. I'm not complaining. But anyway, what I was talking about is how, you know, these podcasters, you know, they wake up one day and they say, I want to be a podcaster, you know, and I want to make money. And you know, these guys have a whole lot of friends and this and that, you know, and they come out through the gate with 800 subscribers. Then they go into the thousands, you know. Now they off running. I ain't mad at them. I'm not mad at them. But that don't make you know about boxing. You still don't know shit about boxing. And you come on every night talking about the same shit. That goes for a lot of y'all. Yeah, yeah. I agree. I agree with you said about Tank, but what I'm saying is this. You know, that's my favorite fight. I'm not debating anything. Anything, man. I literally been watching Tank, man, for a long time. I've been around the sport of boxing for years, man. Years. You know, years. And Tank is different. He's different, man. Period. He's you know, like when I realized Tank was different, when he told Frank Martin, he said, "I set you up. You should have waited." He said, "I'm gonna stop you." He said, "I'm gonna stop you." And he went in there and did exactly that. I said, yeah, I'm convinced. Gervonta Tank Davis is a totally different animal. Totally different. But what woke me up is when he fought Pitbull and he boxed them the whole 12. He boxed them for 12 rounds straight. Because remember, his hand was messed up. He had the box. And he boxed that boy well. 12 rounds. He put on a clinic. He put on a boxing clinic. He put him on his Sunday shoes, put him on a bow tie, and sent him on his way. In other words, that's old school talk. He dressed his ass up. That's when I was like, wow, wow. I agree. I agree. Both of them was just icing. But you know, before you even came on, I said the same exact thing. I said that fight was so boring. Like, man, that was a boring fight, man. It really was. It was super boring, man. And you really have to love something to give that kind of money away. Like, it's like he taking that money. I'm talking about the sheikh over there. He's taking that money and literally flushing it down the toilet. Because for the prelims, you paid $15. But if you a subscriber to ESPN Plus, you got the main event for free. So I'm subscribed to ESPN Plus. So I just waited for the main event. Even though it was only $15. I didn't want to see nobody on that undercard. None. I, I never heard of really none of them. And I usually know a couple of, but I knew probably one fighter on the undercard. It was boring. Um, I didn't like it, and it didn't live up to the hype, man. It really didn't. You couldn't tell me that fight was going 12. I kept saying that. I didn't give no predictions, but I kept saying that fight is not going to 12. Yep. So, man, I'm going to tell you, Keyshawn Davis, Richard Hitchens, they have hell of a fights coming up. Again, Richard Hitchens is fighting the guy who just beat Matias. That's who he's fighting, man. That's who Richard Hitchens is fighting. He fighting the guy who Matias just lost to. Keyshawn is fighting the guy Pyro. The Argentinian. Those gonna be some good fights, and if they don't be careful, they could get clipped, because Richard Hitchens fought Pyro, and they gave it to Hitchens, and they robbed him. They straight up robbed that boy, man. He didn't win that fight. Richard Hitchens didn't win that fight. He obviously lost. He didn't win that fight. They gave that boy that fight. They gave Richardson that fight against Pyro. They gave it to him. Yeah, they gave it to him. Yeah. Yeah, but this weekend, it's the Pro Grace Catterall fight. The only thing, they fighting across the pond. It's just gonna be early, like real early. But other than that, I want to see that fight. I can't see Prograis losing two in a row. I can't see that. And and Catterall proved he's not a fluke when he came back and and beat that boy. Then you got Teofimo Lopez talking super crazy to to Crawford. Like Crawford will fight him. Man, Crawford won't fight you. T.O., you're a no one. You're a nobody. What would Crawford gain from fighting you? What would he gain? He won't gain anything from fighting you. I got my phone on I got it on do not disturb right now. I'm not this live is not on my laptop. I did it off the phone. I didn't feel like hooking all that up. I didn't feel like hooking it all up. But hold up, I'm gonna do something. That's my other one. Now you call that. I can talk to you live right now. What you doing? What you doing? What you doing? Get from over there. Yeah, but yeah, a lot of people don't. I'm waiting for my boy to call in. Call in on the number I just sent through. What's up, champ? How
What's
yo?
kicking?
What's going
What's
on?
chilling, man? Yo, 20 minutes. Yo, let me tell you something about this. He a female. He's scared of Deshaun Davis. You know that?
He's scared to death of him. Yeah, I know.
And I saw that. I saw that one time. It was like, it was like a tank fight. I think it was. No, it was somebody else fight. But those two were sitting two next to each other, and he was like, man, he shot said, I'll punch you in your face, something like that, there, right? And
Yeah,
I heard you was talking about me. He said, I was in, Tia Fiddle said, I was really talking about you. Like that there. He
yeah,
got that there, man.
yeah. That was at the press conference. I seen that.
Yeah, in the press conference, he was like, I was really talking about you or something like that. He was
Yeah,
talking right in there, man.
yeah. But what happened? What happened with that was my peoples was dead. He was dead. What happened with that was uh T.O. father was drunk
Right, and got
like
knocked out.
the day before, and and,
Yeah,
and he said something racist to Keyshawn, and
right.
Keyshawn knocked him clean out.
And that's the thing about these family, man. They racist as hell.
Yeah,
They are racist as hell. They just like they remind me of Canelo. Canelo would not fight another black fighter since he lost to Floyd. He
yeah,
will never fight another black fighter. He'll fight. He fought somebody like damn, one of the Charles that ran around the whole time.
right.
He ran around the whole time around the tongue, all that junk. Then when they get up in there, they want to run around. Come on, man.
Yeah,
What
but
are you doing, man?
he was too small for him anyway.
Yeah. No. Charles, tall and kind of thin a little bit, but
Yeah, but
Canelo's kind of short and stocky. People
yeah,
don't know that he really short and stocky.
yeah,
So it's like he can take them body punches and stuff like that. You throwing them at him, and
yeah,
he fire back off. That's what he does. But
yeah, yeah,
they're racist, man. They're racist,
yeah. They very racist.
and Tio do not have a chance against Crawford. Not a way in hell. He trying to get a big paycheck, and then from there, he gonna act like he punched drunk, and then he gonna retire, man. Come on, man. Everybody needs to do that.
Yeah,
Everybody needs to do that. You know.
yeah. I agree. I
Oh,
totally agree with that. I agree
yeah,
with
man.
that. I
The
totally.
the tank fight with Rhodes, man. That's gonna be good because he knows that's like an amateur fight, man. It's like a
Right.
it's like a Ryan and Devin Haney type fight, but Tank going always walk him down and stuff like that. There, he gonna take them shots in the inside, but he gonna walk them down again and then finish him like that. But it's something similar to Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney type thing, because he fought 7 times. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
6 times, and they split them 3-3. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yep.
So
Yeah.
it's gonna be something like that because he taking Rose fought all the time. They on the Eastern Coast. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Maryland, even Jersey and New York and shit like that. There's some within the Eastern Seaboard. They'll be fighting there, Virginia and shit like that there too as well. Everywhere. It's everywhere. On the
That
Eastern Seaboard.
that's what I said before you came in the chat.
Yeah.
I said from New York all the way down, New York,
Yeah.
Jersey, Philly, that whole line. And after you come out of Philly, well, Pennsylvania, you
Right.
there. You you you
Yeah.
you in the DMV. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like
Then you
I
go to the Nationals. Nationals is like the Golden Gloves in New York and shit like that there. So you have to go there a little bit too. If I don't know how it goes, but
I
so
fought out. I fought the Nationals in New York. We had to go up in Queens.
right.
They had the Nationals in Queens. I fought the Nationals out there. Mike Tyson fought too. Yeah,
Tyson, Tyson, Tyson is a funny dude, but he's a good dude, man.
yeah, he's a good dude. I personally know him. I
Yeah.
personally know him through
Yep.
boxing.
Exactly. Yep. Just like all them damn stories he's at the bins with shit. I forgot the rap, not the rapper. He's at the bins. He said, no, you can just have it. Huh? What?
Oh yeah,
Uh,
yeah,
I think the dude, shit. What is
yeah,
his name? He was with the Harrison dude, and then
yeah.
they had the rap show, whatever it was.
But
He said, you can have that
he did that a couple of times
a
though, Cleve.
couple times.
Yeah,
A couple times.
he
This
be-
man, some other time, a lady was getting insulted, bro. He got his ass off the damn car and started being this. He ain't even been one. He just talked to him. It's like, yo, man, you got one more time to touch that lady. And he just ran his ear and took her inside wherever she was going. Man, Tyson did a lot of stuff, man. He did a lot of good stuff. People
yeah,
don't even know that.
yeah,
That man, he needs to
yeah,
put a book out.
yeah, yeah. I tell you, I read like the best book. I read a couple of books on Tyson, his documentary, but the realest one I read was the Sports Illustrated one.
Yeah, yeah,
You know, and that was a deep. They went deep with that. Like they went super deep with that, man.
yeah.
When Tyson when Tyson won the world title,
Uh,
Tyson was worth he was worth $85 million.
yeah, yeah,
Now he hooked up with his man from Brooklyn. So he
yeah,
said, let's go hang out in the hood. They jumps on the train. Now this is a true story. He meets his man in Manhattan. They jumps
yeah,
on the train and they goes to Brooklyn. They
yeah,
go to his old projects
yeah.
and they see a nigga with a radio. Remember the big boom boxes was out?
Back in the day, yeah, yeah,
They
yeah.
said they said Tyson took it from him. Yo, give me
Uh,
that. Robbed him. This man got worth $85 million.
yeah,
He
yeah,
robbed him for his radio.
yeah,
And as they got up the street, the dude told the police, look, they just robbed me for my radio. And they ran down on Tyson and his man and
yeah.
locked them up. But these are things that never go, public, because that would have messed his image completely up. That would have
Right.
really showed how crazy
That's all.
he really is.
Because no, nobody would not mess with him in their hood. I'm trying to tell you right now, like
Right, right.
the person I was talking about was Ed Upper. Remember that?
Oh yeah, yeah,
And Upper said, man, Tyson, give me his pens. Everybody said, what you talking about? Tyson gave me his pens. He gave me the pens. He said, keep it. And then I found Mike or whatever it was. I found Mike. I said, man, whatever. He wanted Mike to say, where's the pens at? He said, oh, the pens? Oh, you can have. Oh, no. You can have that. You can have that. That's what he said. That's what he said back in the day.
yeah,
So,
yeah,
but Tyson, man, Tyson, like when he did his hot boxing, the white guy, when he first got started the whole thing, he tried to steal the show. You know that, right?
yeah, yeah.
He tried to steal the show, right?
Right.
Let's just cut to the
I
chase.
know.
That white dude, he tried to steal the show. So anyway, he had an episode with Jim Jones.
Oh,
Jim Jones, the episode with Jim Jones. If you go all the way down to 53, I think it was 53 or 20 something. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, man. I was in so and so and so and so, and I bumped into Devontae from Jodeci, right?
yeah,
Mind you, that's why I grew up in Rochester. Now check it. Jodeci made this song. It's called "Freaking" in Rochester. Every freaking day and every
every
freaking
freaking
night.
night. Yeah,
They made that song in Rochester. All the names this nigga said. Genuine used to work downtown. It was this place called Midtown Plaza. Genuine used to hook us up with all kinds of things. I'm speaking all kinds of shit in Foot Locker. Right down there, it's at Midtown. So,
yeah,
yeah, dead serious. And Mike Tyson said, and then just look it up, Mike Tyson, Jim Jones. and put it on 20 and 23. You know, the timeline, put it on 2023.
Yeah.
You gonna say, man, I'm going to the pocket. The pocket, man, shit, I don't know. He had Genuine, he had Messi Elliott, he had he was naming Mark Timberland was there, so he was naming all the people that was there. And when they was making that freaking man, I think this is why I need to get out there and do a couple things. I would get Joe to sit on my show because I'll be like, yo, listen, when y'all was up there, y'all made freaking that, right? Okay, now check it out. What was y'all rolling in? And I would explain to them what they was rolling in because they forgot. They rolled in Ben's coupes. The colors were green, maroon, and black. Them niggas be, oh yeah. You know what you're talking about? Exactly. And then Mike Tyson said, yo, listen, um, I took him somewhere across the street to eat. That was called the University Club in Rochester, New York. It's called the University Club right across the street from where they meet Freak Man. And for me, I thought he was coming to see me because when he was knocked up, man, this is what I wrote. And if I can pick his brain, I'll bring it to his attention. This is what I wrote. When he was knocked up, I said, blah, 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 Mike innocent. Besides, no girl, don't come up there at 2 o'clock in the damn morning talking about that, autograph, right?
Yeah.
And so what happened was, in the end, and this is proof, I didn't even got to look it up. I said, after that B. Gifford, it was the lady judge. I said, besides, after that B. Judge Kemp, because she was a female.
Yeah.
But Tyson would, he's like, they'd be like, man, what the hell? So I was in the Cleveland. No, he was in Rochester, bro. He was in Rochester, New York. Came up to Rochester, New York. That's where he was at, bro. see, Rochester got this history, man. We got a big history of, our little famous people.
Yeah.
J.J. Tyson Beckler.
Yeah.
Tweet her name was Alicia Keys. Not Alicia Keys, but Charlene Keys. Tweet.
Yeah. Tweet from Rochester?
Yeah. Tweet.
I didn't even know that.
Tweet was up there too. She was in there with Missy. She was in there with Missy T.
Yeah.
And, Chuck Mangione with the man with the hat.
Yeah. Okay.
We used to listen to Chuck Mangione at 2 o'clock in the morning. My mother was like this here. I lived in Rochester. We were staying on Ontario Street. Chuck Mangione stayed on Ontario Street. So, the goodest music was made in the 70s, man.
That's right. Hey, Cleve.
What's that?
Yeah, we live. Look, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm about to shut this down, and I'm gonna hit you back.
All right.
You gonna be up for a minute?
Yeah, what time you talking? In a minute right now?
I'm talking about like within the next. I'm about to shut it down, and I'm talking about like 20 minutes.
Okay, 20 minutes.
Yeah, I'll call you in 20 minutes.
Okay.
We'll bust it up for a minute. All right.
All right.
All right. Got you. All right. Salute to all my peoples. Salute. That was my man Cleve called in. Lot of history with boxing, a lot of history. Salute to all my people. Salute to everybody who tuned in. Salute. God bless. You know how I end it the same way every night. Jersey.